it's like hundreds and thousands of people down here, and they're protesting peacefully. This is what needed to happen 2 days ago. This is wonderful. It's so many people, so many different ethnicities, different races everywhere. And it seems like a group is facilitating it. They seem to have just talked up on like a higher building or something, or like a higher step. And right now, the people are protesting, kind of individually but together, saying their own little chants, holding up their signs and stuff. And it's just like, I don't know, like you had to be here to see it. I couldn't even describe it to you. It's everyone everywhere. And everyone's coming together, just fighting for justice.
I'm out here to help people understand that this is a problem that's happening all over the world and all over our nation, and we cannot be silent anymore. We need to speak up and we need to come together, and that's what I'm feeling right now, is that through these terrible, terrible, awful occurrences, people are coming together and people are not backing down, and we need to be gentle and we need to be angry and we need to fight for our rights right now. There's nothing else to do. Right now, I see a bunch of strong people. I see a bunch of people who need to be heard. I think there's a bunch of youth here that need to be heard. I think there's a nation that needs to be heard, and that's what I see, is Baltimore coming together and hoping that this can be the start of the revolution.
On today, I'm amazed at how many people came out. It's astounding to hear all of these people's voices all together as one, when for so long all we've heard is silence. And I think that this is a chance for the city to see that we are not going to be silent anymore, that we're going to not allow systematic racism to destroy our city and to destroy the people in this city. Because I live here. Because just because I'm not black doesn't mean that it doesn't affect the community that I live in. And it doesn't mean that my friends, it doesn't mean that the way that I'm treated in my community, it's unfair. It's a problem that has been accepted for far too long as the status quo, and I'm here because it's wrong. It's morally wrong and it needs to change.
I just think it's a beautiful thing, that everybody has come together in solidarity for Freddie Gray and for the injustices that's happening in Baltimore. It is just a beautiful thing that everybody can get together peacefully and be on one accord. I mean, it's a lot of people out here on one accord. It's a lot of love going on. It's a lot of people who are truly concerned about what's going on in America, especially in Baltimore right now.
So just my thoughts in general about the situation. I mean, it's a sad sort of thing what the media is reporting, because this is sort of like, this isn't violent, this is peaceful. People are doing what they need to do to sort of, help find the equality that, we should be looking for. And, I think there's a lot of beautiful things going on in Baltimore right now, even after a really painful situation. So I think that's what I hope that people get out of this. I mean, I'm actually like a student journalist, and I figured, they teach us to go get the story, and I didn't want to sit in the bubble of my college campus. I wanted to come out here and, get some audio and some footage and take that back to the campus and help other people, hear the story and see the story of what's actually going on.
Well, I'm also from McDaniel College, and I figured it's not enough to just sit there on my campus and not be able to do anything. So I came down here to not only film, but to also experience and take part in this protest, because I think as an Asian American, I think it's very important to have solidarity among people of color and among people who are being oppressed and being actively oppressed, even though we've had histories where, where Black Americans were being enslaved, and even though we've had different experiences, there needs to be some sort of solidarity in order to have change. It's completely different. I can't say that, people aren't doing violent things, because obviously there's footage of people doing violent things, but I I think that when we live in a very violent-centric world where whenever there's anything violent, it's just the first thing we go to. It's whenever we see it, we just, we buzz. And so when something violent happens, it's always going to be on media. But these peaceful protests, we never really see them in media, and I think that's a really huge shame that these peaceful protests are going on, but then no one is listening to them, and people feel that they need to be violent in order to be heard. And I think that's a damn shame, and it needs to change.
I've grown up in Texas, and I'm here because people in Texas do not understand what's going on here. Because of the national media, there's a disguise that they put on everything that we see. And in Texas, a lot of them are quick to say that a lot of people here are animals, thugs, worst kind of words. They used worse. And no, it's not. It's a heart. It's a city coming together to show what is really happening and to express their pain. And we're here together peacefully. And I really want the national media to see that. We're here peacefully, 9 times out of 10. And it's not that. I live right next to North Avenue and Penn. And what happened there was an incident that was backed up by history and by frustration with what is going on right now. And we need to understand that what is happening here is okay and that it is necessary. Thank you.
Yeah, I just think that what's happening out here in Baltimore is something that's happening across the whole country. People are rising up, and they're saying, no more will you kill us. No more will cops kill us with impunity. So what we're saying is we're not taking it anymore, and we're willing to do whatever it takes to prevent us from dying in these streets. We're going to stand up for each other. We're going to love on each other. Black lives matter. Black trans life matter. Black gay life matter. All life matters. That's what we're standing for, brother.
I think so far what's going on, what's been happening has been happening. It's a really good thing. And I feel like this should be getting more coverage than anything else because we've been peaceful. We're asking for justice. And I feel like we'll get it, or at least get some sort of change in the system, hopefully. And I just want everybody to stay strong, everybody to stay peaceful. And if you see someone if you see someone not doing the right thing, I want you to correct them and stop, talk to them. That's your brother, that's your sister. You should want to help them. You should want to teach them. We need to educate each other, and I feel as though we need to educate each other because if we know more than each other, then it's our duty to educate each other. And yeah, Black lives matter because, well, why do all lives matter? But Black lives matter because we're being treated like we aren't. I don't think a lot of people understand that our lives are worth more than just the streets, the hood. We're not running around like thugs. We're not thugs. We're human beings. We're not animals. We deserve to be treated that way, and we don't deserve to be held up to stereotypes I feel like the media should portray us as human beings rather than what happened at Mondawmin, what happened at on the previous protest. That's not Baltimore. This is not Baltimore. What's happening right now is Baltimore. And I feel like we need to get more coverage with that.
I feel like, what happened the past couple of days was really bad. In some ways it was horrible, but in other ways it was a good thing that happened because now people really understand how bad it is and why we need to get together and what happens when you put a certain group of people in one spot and try to oppress them and keep them down. They're gonna do things like what happened on Monday. So we need to come together and now we really understand that a movement must happen now. We're really getting seen. And I think it's good now that while a lot of the media is portraying us as being bad, and across the globe people probably think Baltimore people are from crazy or we're a bunch of animals or something like that. But some people are seeing us and understanding the issues that are going on and are supporting us. For example, there are a bunch of celebrities. Wale came down from D.C. To talk at Frederick Douglass High School, where a lot of the kids that are like, outside Monday were from. So I think like a lot can come out of the situation that's good, and things are happening, people making moves.
I'm just here to support my fellow Baltimoreans. Injustice. So, people need to pull together. There's a lot of pain in the city. So it's time for some healing.
I wanted to see what's happening in the world today. Never seen it before. When I seen it today, it's amazing. All us coming together, blacks and white, Chinese, Puerto Ricans, everybody. We stand as one, unite, and that's the best part about America, as one. Because we want to stand up. We've been brutalized, beat, traumatized, and everything all of our lives. And now we finally come to a conclusion where we can stand up and see what's happening in this world today.
To march for peace for Freddie Gray, and to stop police brutality. I'm loving it. It's a lot of colors. It's some older people, some younger people, but they're all coming together and they're being peaceful, and that's what I love. They're showing, I didn't even know it was this many. The TV doesn't do it justice. I'm upset. I would like to know a little bit more. I feel like we're really not fully educated. Things keep coming about and kind of being redacted. So I would absolutely know that it just doesn't sound right. And it's not the first time. They need to know. 5 and 3. And they need to know. So I'm trying to explain to them, to their understanding. I tried to explain, as far as explain to them, I think this is a situation and an issue that because it has gone on for so long, it has created a great tension, mainly between African American impoverished males and the police. And so what happens is because there is a lot of violence there, when they meet, it's a strained relationship. So they're not giving them the benefit of the doubt. They're not treating them as an innocent person who they're trying to find out what's going on. It's absolutely just, I don't like you, you don't like me. There are curse words, there's animosity, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Retraining, getting everybody to think differently. I absolutely think this event, hopefully, watch your baby, is becoming changing to the whole city. I'm praying that that's what's going on. I'm walking by faith that the police are getting the idea like, geez, this is a big deal. This is not just, so it's not just black people view it this way. Asians view it this way. The white people view it this way. There have been some Arab. It's a problem. It's not really even something that only we see. It's something that everybody is seeing.
I'm just doing reporting for school, Morgan State University, MSU spokesman. I think it's crazy how you could just put somebody in a truck and we not know what's going on. We need some justice finally served. And everything that's been going on, the looting, I don't agree with that. I understand why they're doing it and they're upset, but looting is not the way. Destroying your neighborhood is not the way. We need to find another way to get our voice heard and everything.
I mean, the whole incident, of course, is sad. It's always going to be sad to see a black person die that way. What's going on in Baltimore and what we're seeing every day, it's like you got to be upset about it, but at the same time, you can't blame people for what they're doing. But it's never, ever going to be a reason for you to loot your own neighborhood and your own people. There's no reason for you to wake up and say, I'm going to rob the person that just gave me food yesterday. There's no justifying that. It's no purpose. I don't know.
I mean, we already doing a good job now by coming together.
Right.
I feel like so far we've been peaceful. I heard today, last week they was peaceful for 6 days, and it took the media until we got chaotic to actually come out. They didn't even see the peacefulness that we did do, that the communities did do. So I think we already started off doing a very good job, just coming together as one, and just continue doing that. We should get our voices heard. Peacefully.
No one wants to see a riot every day. My thoughts. I don't know. I was there when the riot was happening. I was there in the heart of it. So it was weird. It wasn't weird, but it was just wow to watch my people really act that way, to act out on their anger.
And to engage the kids in it was a whole nother story. The kids don't even know what's going on. I'm sorry. The kids don't even know what's going on, and it's just to have them throwing rocks and bricks at the police officers. That's not the way. A boy told me today, he's from Piley, that they're trying to get the kids to strategize and find new ways and new methods to actually go protest, peacefully and everything, so.
It came to the point where you really got to question if these kids are even doing it for Freddie Gray anymore. Are you really acting because of what happened to him, or are you acting because your friends are doing it too? What are you out here doing this for? If your mom knew you was doing this, would you be out here, or would you be punished right now? It doesn't make any sense.
Well,
we pretty much should just be trying to fight for justice, but in a peaceful manner. People are angry, so I understand, that, intentions are good, but, people get riled up and your adrenaline gets the best of you and, things happen. I don't agree with the looting. I don't agree with the ravaging, pillaging things, because they're in our community and we have to still use these resources, but police have to take responsibility, whether they're authority or not. If you do something wrong, if you commit murder, if you commit any kind of act of violence, you have to be accountable for that. So I'm out here for justice.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Yolanda. I'm very excited for this protest. I think that it's right for people to stand up for what they want, and I don't think that they should be called thugs, savages, and things like that. You have to stand up.
Hi, this is Sharice, and I'm an alumni from Morgan State University, and I'm just here to support African-American men, women, our future children. It's just, at this point in time, it's sad that things like this in 2015 is still going on, and we're still seeing our kids die in the street over senselessness. Like, we're standing up for something greater than Freddie Gray. We're standing up for black children, white children, children, period, Americans, period, humans, period, mostly black children, because we're the ones being targeted. Sad to say, but, that's it.
I think this is amazing with all the biracial and multiracial. This is what makes changes with every race, young, old, children, black, white, Asian. That's what I like.
I think this is great to see how people come together united. We stand united, and I definitely applaud them for the way they're carrying out the demonstration today.
I think it's a little too loud and a little too much. I think it's getting a little out of hand. I think it's too much people to do it.
I think that Freddie Gray shouldn't have been killed at all because no one knows if he did something or didn't do anything at all.
I think I'm very impressed with the level of peace and order that I'm seeing in this protest and the diversity of the protest. And it is broadened beyond Freddie Gray at this point. It's about human rights, and it's about people's individual freedoms, and a institution of martial law, which hasn't been called martial law, but those of us who know understand that. And I'm just in the process of explaining this to my children. However, I'm very impressed with the demonstration.
I think I'm thankful that it's not really a bunch of stuff going on, stealing and fighting and stuff. I'm glad that it's just a peaceful protest.
Well, honestly, I'm glad that they, at this young age, are witnessing this, even the conflict, as well as going towards a resolution, because this is life, and this is what happens in life, and a lot of times peace doesn't come until there's conflict.
Amazing. Where's the media now? We have people coming from all over the world to cover the riots and the fires and everything, but for the peaceful gatherings, we have no one here to cover it, to show what Baltimore truly means and how they come together. We are not a city that's falling apart. We're a city that's healing, and we're doing it now, and everyone needs to see this part of Baltimore. I see love. I see a city that knows they're going through hurt and pain, and they're trying to come together to heal, and they want answers.
This should have been happening. This shouldn't have stopped since it happened 50 years ago. You know, people got off track. Things got, there was some distractions, but the attention's back here now, and it's not going anywhere. I feel like this is the time people are really fed up. This is the wrong place for this to have happened. It's the wrong time for it to have happened, and it keeps going on, so we're not going to keep going for it.
Once again, I'm Grant Patterson. Like you said, it's the wrong place, wrong time, man. They brought us to Baltimore. We brought it back, man. I really don't agree with what the police do sometimes, and I don't think anybody does. I think it's being put on a national scale now, and it's the time to say what we need to say and do what we need to do. So that's what this is, Baltimore.
I think it's a beautiful thing seeing all our people, different colors, different races. We all out here for one cause. One cause. And it's just beautiful to see everybody out here. Young people, too. That's what we need. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm Baltimore born and raised. So I'm just happy to be here and see my people. And we want justice. We tired of this shit. See my language, but we tired of it. So.
born and raised from Baltimore. What I see now is, right as we speak, from today and yesterday, it was a peaceful protest. We did no violence, no damage to anything. Everything we did today, by according like the law wanted, like the White House wanted, no danger to anybody. Yesterday, I disagree. We did everything they asked for. They still end up taking somebody and arresting somebody for absolutely no reason because he had a mask on. Everybody out there had a mask on, so why you just pull one person? You should have pulled everybody out there. You already knew for a fact if you pull one person, it's going to cause chaos. But we still don't let it take that level. Then CNN and the news only report what they want to see, what they want everybody to see. They report danger to society. They don't want to put the innocent things that we do. And it's not just about Freddie Gray. It's about everything. It's not just about race either. That's what everybody got to get to understand. It's not just about Freddie Gray. It's not just about black and whites. And everything. Everything has to fall, and everybody has to open their eyes and see what the real picture is. By you just remove people at nighttime, set a curfew, set at 10 o'clock p.m., you already know people going to be outside, going to violate curfew, so that's basically what you look for. By you taking people and sending them over to West Virginia, you're just removing the problem temporarily. You're not solving the problem, you're just removing it. Start removing the problem and solve it. That's all I got to say.
Love.
It's like 7:30. I don't even know what time it is. 7:30, 8 o'clock, and that was like the best experience of my life. That was like the best experience of my life. Like we marched, and we were chanting different things. You had to keep up with the chant. It was fun, and we were getting our message across. It was just like I can't even describe it. Like it's still so many people here, and I was telling Dad, I could do this. Oh, I'm at Penn Station right now. Where did we walk from? We walked all the way from my school. And we went up, and then we came all the way back, and we went to Penn Station. Now we're all just right here at Penn Station. I think because they told us to move at first from where we were, but we're right at Penn Station, like literally, like we're by the statue. They play music now, like we're all like just coming together and just talking about it. And when I say like the whole marching experience, that was probably like the best experience of my life. Like I've never felt like more empowered than probably this moment right here. And I was with my friends, and even when I wasn't with my friends, I was just like doing my own thing. Like it was just everyone was on the same page, and this is gonna sound stupid, but like even if like you accidentally bumped into someone, it was like, oh no, my bad, I'm sorry. It was just like, I don't know, it was just like a friendly environment. Like we're all here for the same cause, and it was like I said, it's like all different types of races. You have to see it. It's crazy.